Sales Management Simplified by Weinberg. It's a second book of his that I'm reading. Previously, I read New Sales Simplified, also a great book. If you're wondering whether to read Sales Management Simplified or not, the short answer is yes. But let's look at individual chapters and I'll tell you what specific great points I got out of it. So let's look inside. The book has two parts. And if you want to give a short kind of summary of part one and part two, is part one is what not to do and part two is what to do. And to be honest, let's just not read it linearly, but let's jump straight to part two and pick a couple of great ideas from here. And first great idea is about healthy sales culture and how healthy sales culture is a cornerstone of a great sales team. What Mike Weinberg is saying here is that when salespeople come to work, they want to understand what they're doing. They want to be part of their team. They want to have a plan of attack. They want to get honest feedback. And when all of this is in place, when all of this is happening, salespeople function exceptionally well. They produce great results. Everyone is happy. Now, the job of a sales manager is to actually, their primary goal is to create that healthy sales culture. That's what we do as sales managers. Chapter 20, great idea and great thought, great topic to think about is about regular one-on-one results-focused meetings. This is, again, something that sales manager needs to do on a regular basis, regular sales meetings, weekly, monthly, with their sales team in order to make everyone happy, in order to get results from their sales team. Here in this chapter, actually, there's like super simple framework for running sales meetings, which I like and I'm already implementing somewhere here. Yeah. All you have to talk about in the sales meetings is results, what deals have we closed, pipeline, what deals we are advancing, and activity, what accounts we are targeting, how we are reaching out to them, how we're booking meetings, how many meetings we have booked. So super simple framework. Love this chapter. Chapter 22, sales managers must get out in the field with salespeople. Again, the lost art of sales manager and a sales rep traveling together to see an account, to see customers. The disadvantage right now is that we do lots of selling online in video conferences, but it is actually a massive advantage because I can see when my sales team, and by the way, I do sales coaching, so I'm working with several startups, but when my clients schedule sales meetings, I'll just tell them like, hey, if it's in my time zone, send me an invite. I'll know when your next sales meeting, and I'll tell you if I'm going to jump in. And this way, with new clients, I always jump on these sales meetings because they usually mess up lots of things. And I have a lot of contribute by helping them to structure those sales meetings. But as I keep working with a client, I kind of used to let this loose and just say like, well, they already know what they're doing. But really, after reading this book, I realized, hey, there is no such a thing as just letting a salesperson to keep selling. Every month, so every 2 weeks, jump on a sales meeting with them. So super easy in the world of video conferences to jump on a sales meeting and just get an idea how the salesperson is going, whether their skills are advancing, maybe have an idea about the product, about customer problems. Absolutely valuable activity, and it doesn't cost me much just to jump on a video call and see how salespeople sell. Finally, chapter 24 from this part 2 that, again, caught my attention is strategic targeting and pointing the team in the right direction. I used to struggle a lot when I was a sales rep because there was there was a range of products I was selling. There was a range of customer types I could be reaching out to. I didn't know what to grab, where to go, who to focus on. Right now, when I'm thinking back, I would have easily picked up few top selling products, few most customers that give the biggest bang for the buck. I would have targeted those. Right now, when I do sales coaching, even before I start working with a company, That's the first thing we talk about: who we're targeting, how we're reaching out to them, what we expecting from this customer type, how many customer types are out there, what products we're selling, what problems we're solving. So strategic targeting is absolutely fantastic thing to do before you start selling, and it's a sales manager's job to do strategic targeting. It's not a sales rep job to figure out all of this stuff. It's sales manager's job. Let's jump to part one and see what not to do. And really what Mike Weinberg is saying here is that, look, he worked as a consultant in lots and lots of different companies, and a company with a great sales culture is absolutely rare, and there's lots and lots of things that go wrong in companies. Here, chapter 3 is catching my absolute attention as what it says: you can't effectively run a sales team when you are buried in crap. A sales manager's job, as we noticed in part 2, is to create sales culture, to coach their salespeople, to create direction. But what happens in big companies, sales managers are buried in crap. Look, some of my sales managers, when I worked for big companies, they wear this as a badge of honor. They're like, yeah, I'm so super busy, super busy, super busy. But really, this super busyness was about doing everything and anything except managing their sales team, except moving the sales needle, except creating that winning sales culture. So it's not sales manager's job to do all kinds of crap. Sales manager's job is to lead their sales team. Great thought in chapter 6. Sales manager either wants to make heroes or be the hero. And again, this is about leading. This is about supporting their sales team. And look, for sales reps, the life is hard. You have to close sales. You have sales targets. You have all the pressure. If you know that a sales manager is on your back, he's helping you or she's helping you, he wants you to succeed, this helps a lot, and it makes massive difference for a sales rep. So obviously, if you're managing a sales team, just realize that your support matters. This is another one. Entrepreneurial visionary leaders forget that their people can't do what they can do. That's something I'm guilty of because I have my sales experience. I have all the sales meetings I've been to and deals I've closed, but the people I'm working with, it's their first sales meetings or first 10 sales meetings, and obviously when they don't do things the way I would love them to, I used to get fuming, I used to get furious, and I just need to let go of all that idea that guys and girls I'm working with should be exceptional at selling from day one. So that's a part there. So once again, great book. 3 levels of insights. 1 level of insights: how I can be better as a sales manager, how I can be better at managing my sales teams and my sales reps, which are my clients. Second level of insight is how to generally be better at selling, because there are lots of stories and a lot of thinking and a lot of mindsets that kind of is communicating through this book how we can be better at selling. So I absorbed a couple of great ideas that I'm already implementing from this book. And finally, a third idea. When I was a sales rep, I wish I've read this, because it provides so much insight into how companies function, how sales teams function, and what's happening in the head of my sales manager, what was happening back at the time, and what things I can and I can't fix. And finally, when I read all this part 1 of the sales book, I realized, hey, there's lots of different types of sales organizations with all different sales cultures. And it's really our sales job when we are employees, when we are sales managers, and even when we are sales reps, is to identify and get into a company that has the best sales culture. So selecting the best company to work for as a sales manager or as a sales rep. So that's another great insight from this book.